Hi everyone, welcome back to Shereen's Art Corner. Today I want to share a cute little project with you guys on DIY magnets using wood slice and a copy on laser print. And here are the magnets that we're going to be making today. These images I got from a website called Pixabay, and I'll link that down below. But for this project we are going to need a wood slice or any substrate that you have really that you want to use for your magnet base, some Mod Podge gloss, and you could also use the matte if you have that, the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, a pair of scissors, and a set of Sharpie markers, any color that you have or that you like to use for this project, a piece of sandpaper, marabou relief paste. I don't really show you how to use it in this video, but I will tell you how I use it if you'd like. And this is just a laser copy print on regular copy paper, so nothing fancy about that. So let's get started. So for the first step, we are going to cut out the image we want to use. Now my image, or my wood piece, is about 2 inches, and so I made the image a little bit larger than 2 inches so that to make sure that I have full coverage on that wood slice. And once we cut those out, I'm going to add a little bit of the Mod Podge onto the wood and just smear it around, make sure I cover all the pieces, put the image face down, and then put the wood slice on top so I can press it down, make sure there's no air bubbles or anything like that. And once that's ready to go, we're just going to set it aside to dry. It won't take long to dry. I usually just leave it for an hour. Here's one that I've already completed, so this one's completely dry, and I'm just using the scissors to cut out the excess piece of paper, and then using the sandpaper to just clean the images to make sure I don't have any of the paper hanging off the edge, just so that I can get a nice clean finish on that piece. Once this part is done, we are ready to move on to the next step, which is adding the dimensional magic. Now, there are going to be 2 layers of the dimensional magic, so this is the first layer. So it doesn't have to be too thick. You just want to put down a nice thin layer of the dimensional magic, and just put it only on the area that you want to kind of highlight on your magnet. So you don't want to put it on top of the entire piece unless you're going to be coloring the entire piece. Once the dimensional magic is completely dry, we are ready to move on to the next step, which is coloring the image. So if we had colored the piece of paper before adding the layer of the dimensional magic, you would see that the Sharpie would be really saturated on the image, but I really wanted a transparent look so I can still see the details on the outfit in the background, and so adding that layer of dimensional magic really helps with that effect. I'm just going to continue adding the rest of the color in, and on this one the outfit really didn't have that many details, so I'll just use a black Sharpie marker and just add some polka dots onto that to give it a little bit of a cuter outfit for that kitten. And I'm just going to go on and color the rest of the kittens in. Moving on to the next step, once the Sharpie marker is completely dry, we are going to add our second and last layer of the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. This serves 2 purposes. One, it really adds more depth to the project and allows the images to pop off of the black background, and the other is to seal those colors in to make sure that we don't smear them. You do want to make sure that the Sharpie marker, the colors are completely dry before we do this step, otherwise you will smear some of that color around. And so just make sure that once you're done coloring, you just set it aside for a little bit and make sure it completely, that Sharpie marker ink completely dries before moving on to this step. Here is the final step, and it is adding the magnets to the back of the piece. I'm going to be using E6000 glue and magnet, and as you can see here, I've added the piece. I'm going to wait till the dimensional magic is completely dry on these rest of the pieces so that I can add the magnet, but I think these turned out really cute. I hope you guys give this project a try. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys soon.